I kind of know how your content feed looks like. 2026 is going to be my year. I'm going to take personal branding seriously. I'm going to be consistent with content creation, etc. etc. We have all come across those videos, and I know it's all over the internet, and now it's slightly overwhelming. But if you're someone who has already created content, then stopped kind of on and off, or you are thinking to start content creation more seriously, you need to watch and answer this one question before you start. How do you want your content to be consumed? So in 2025, there are basically two types of content that came to this pattern. Oh, if you simplify that. One is background content. You know, when you eat something or you're doing something or working on something, you like to something to be played in the background, like a white noise. You don't necessarily watch it like fully attentively, but it's kind of there. Yes, that's called background content. For example, you must have seen Saurabh Joshi wedding blogs. I'm sure nobody is going to sit down and watch the entire blog, but it's always there in the background while you are doing something. That's human behavior, I understand. Tanmay Bhatt meme reaction videos, they are very bite-sized and they are created with the intention that it needs to be consumed when you are eating something. Similarly, Tanmay Bhatt reaction videos, they are meant to be consumed while you are having your lunch or dinner or doing something, just something funny to be played in the background. He has even accepted that he tried to keep it short for 18 to 20 minutes according to the eating habits of people. And that's called background content, which is created with the sole purpose to create familiarity. And the second is cognitive heavy, that is cognitive content. When you watch a dissection video of a brand from Think School or 01 Network, supposedly a case study, a brand dissection video, or a breakdown of a business, you need to bring your pen and paper and your brain into that. So that requires your attention, your focus, and it demands something. And that is known as cognitive content. It is created in the purpose of creating trust, authority, and establishing expertise. Kind of like what I'm doing with you right now. But you know, the biggest problem that most content creators faces, they try to measure cognitive content similarly with background content and vice versa. I know, content creation is tough enough. Write hooks, perfect script, and come up with different ways of editing, thumbnail, and so much goes into it. Who would like to make it more complicated? So let's break down few simple steps that can help you to feel less overwhelmed and start easy. Because the less the friction when you're starting content creation, the faster the execution. And let's be honest, it's not a consistency problem or discipline thing. It's about us not trying to fully commit into it because who's going to create and take that much of time? I understand. I have been there. So let me help you out. Hi, this is Krishna. I'm a content person and I do help you with personal branding over LinkedIn and Instagram, which generate leads and brings you money. Number one, we don't like boring content. I know this one is slowly getting to be a boring one because of all the education that I'm giving you. But let's be honest. Let's get back to the main topic. How are you going to create content? Because we do want people to trust us and take us seriously because, oh my God, there's so much of work has gone into it. It at least brings some business or at least grow, right? At the same time, we also want reach because if we are not reaching to more people, we are not building that subscriber list, then who cares what we are saying, right? I got you the perfect solution. That is, do a mix of both. But you need to understand which is your content background and which is your cognitive content. Because when you are measuring cognitive content, do not compare with your background content analytics. Like, you know, the content which are easy to consume, which are funny, the memes you see, they get to more people because they are funny and it does not take a lot of attention of people to read them or see them or have fun with. So I understand if the engagement and the views are more in those kind of content. But in cognitive content, it has to be less. You cannot expect a lot of views, but the only purpose it should have is it gets to the right target audience. So kill that comparison bias that you have in your mind and make it strict because that gap is exactly where people stop posting. They see they have uploaded 2 to 3 videos which have great value, great content, good script, thumbnail, everything is on point, but they are not getting views because the purpose of that content is very different. People will consume it for the source of education and value and they need time with it. What happens when people start posting 2 to 3 videos and the script wise it's great, the video is amazing, it has great value, nothing like the internet, but no one is watching it, because those content needs your patience. It will find its audience eventually, but you need to have the trust and patience in it. But like I said, we need to be less overwhelming. And how do you do it? So first of all, be clear. Pick your lane. Understand that you cannot create both kind of content in one video, but understand this different type of content type and try to stick to one for one time. You need to be consistent, and for the consistency to hit in, you need to stop comparing your content with different kinds of creators who have already reached a point. Like, it's like I am creating content for my dead 10 and I'm comparing myself to someone who has already created content for like 10 years. Of course, they are going to perform better. They have better camera knowledge. They know how to write script. They can hook people in. So many things goes into content creation. So the only piece of advice that I want to give you in this content before you start is understand what kind of content you want to deliver. Be very clear on how you expect your audience to react to that piece of content and try to stick to it. And put your head down and start creating content. So be clear, and when you're clear on what you want, you can create better. So when you are clear and you know, okay, this is how I expect it to perform, and you're not putting a large amount of pressure on yourself, then it will be easy for you to be consistent. Because consistency does not come from motivation. Consistency comes when you remove the self-doubt and insecurity and all the things that is holding you back. And I really hope that this piece of content is going to help you to be 1% more clear on how you want to go to 2026 and what is the clarity that you can expect. So if you really think that I added some kind of value, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and do not forget to comment. Bye bye.